Alright, welcome everyone to the official CCVS chess tournament. I am your host, Abiel, and I have my partner here.
Hey, I'm Forrest. I
Yep,
play chess a
that's
lot.
Forrest. Okay, so the first day of the chess tournament went well. Right now we're gonna be taking a look at Ethan and Aiden's game at the starts.
Ethan is like one of the best chess
Yeah,
players right now
like
at the school, so
for real man, like I've seen a couple of his games. He's beaten Kyle, I know he's beaten you. He's
yep.
definitely he's definitely gonna be up there. I'm excited to see a championship match, but this is the first round, the first game. So, Ethan goes e4, Aiden goes with Queen Scandinavian defense.
Is your screen recording?
Ethan goes with e4, Aiden goes with e5,
All right.
and then Ethan goes for this. I'm not sure, like, the lines here, I don't know what he's planning, but it doesn't really protect.
That loses a pawn.
Yeah, because, like, Aiden can just take, right? What is Ethan gonna do?
He can. Yes, I feel like he can take and also threaten knight, so makes
Yeah.
the knight have to move.
I mean, what response is here? Like, I think what I would do is I'd move this up and, well, I'd move my knight actually.
Yeah, I would move my
Oops.
knight because that would be a blunder of the knight.
Yeah, I just move the knight and then maybe he moves it forward, the knight to take with this, and yeah, it's not looking great here.
I don't think Black would move forward. I think he would just keep using that pawn maybe as a stable structure, develop
Okay.
the knight after.
Right. Anyway,
yeah.
I didn't understand it,
Yep.
but Aiden goes for the
Okay.
same thing. So
Okay.
I was a bit confused. Again,
this is not-
he just loses a pawn. I mean, Aiden can take back, right? And it's attacking this.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a normal Scandinavian. This is not what you see in a Scandinavian.
Okay, so there we have it from Forrest. Okay,
Yeah.
what actually happened after that is Ethan finally protects the e4 pawn with this, and Aiden goes with this.
The board seems kind of balanced right now. It
Yeah,
seems
very
but-
similar.
The board's
It's an advantage for this,
by
but
one, but it's
And then-
not huge.
yeah, Ethan goes for the exchange, and Aiden takes back. A pretty standard, I would think. Ethan goes for the pinning this. Okay, and Aiden takes a good long think here. He actually tries to move his horse, but again it's pinned, so you know he's kind of stopped from doing that.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on the recording.
Yeah, Aiden goes for the take here.
Okay.
And Ethan takes back. Now, here's what I know you've talked to me about. It's like Ethan should have taken here, or no, Aiden should have taken here, right?
Aiden should have taken there.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
feel yes, because he would have moved his queen onto the d1 square after check, which made of
And then he would have had to take.
right the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, see,
And then
you
after
see.
that, you can attack the, queen out in the middle,
Yeah,
and also it's on an open file.
yeah. So it's pretty dangerous for the king there. A lot of, I would think, wasted moves in trying to move the king to safety. Again, not really. I don't know too much theory, but that's how things went. Yes, Aiden goes right here, protecting the knight, also unpinning the king, but also he's pinning his queen too. I don't know what to think of that move. I have no idea. Now Ethan goes immediately for the attack. Kind of confused by this. He just blunders his horse.
How does it blunder?
Doesn't he just, because it's kind of just a free horse.
Well, bishop takes queen, and it's a check.
Bishop takes. Oh, you're right. Never mind. Okay. Apologies. It was not a blunder. As you can see, my skill level is not on par with my analysis skills. Okay. And then Aiden moves up. Ethan exchanges.
It's
course, it's
like
just
you
analysis.
move your queen too much, and you kind of like pinned it when moving up once, which
Yeah.
you don't really want to pin it when it's already pinned with a queen
Right.
or a king.
Yeah.
There's too much king movement or queen movement, and
Okay.
there's still two bishops there, and
Yeah. So not a lot of pieces developed. Yeah. I get what he was doing here, though. Again, unpinning, but I don't
and
think.
also you're getting attacked by the knight.
Yeah. It's the threat of taking the horse and then giving a check and then taking with this really that big of a deal. Like, I know your pawns will be stacked, which is not great.
What I think what happened is, can you go back a couple moves?
Tell me what's
What
up.
do you think what happened is he went up once with his queen.
So he went up once
one
with his queen. Yeah.
And I think I found that a little too passive right away because you're not really doing much. You're blocking your white bishop from developing.
Yeah.
You're pinning your knight onto your queen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a lot much you could do on this position. Also, you allow the knight on f3 to attack,
Right.
which he does later. I feel like that's a start. Like, that's a mistake, I would feel. Like, I would say.
Then finally, queen exchange. Now, okay, which pawn would be better to take with?
I
This
feel
one, right?
like flank pawn would be, yeah, because
You're not opening the
more pawns
king
in the
up.
center. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that one thing. Anyway, he does take with the king's pawn, and then Ethan does take here, stacking his pawns. So, and then exchange here, boom. So already
Always
Ethan
good.
is up material.
It's always good to place the knight in front of a pawn.
Yeah. Wait, why is that? Why?
Well,
Explain.
because it can hop over other pieces, right? And it can just stay as like a plant,
Yeah.
an outpost, and it can attack from like
Right.
everywhere, basically. That's why it's so good in front of a pawn, because it doesn't restrict it from going anywhere.
Ah, right, and it's stopping the pawn from moving if ever you
And-
need it to stop.
Yep, it's a good barricade.
Okay, I'm glad I'm doing this with you because I'm learning stuff. Now, Aiden goes for the attack here. Ethan just simply moves back. He goes for the development of the dark squared bishop. Ethan castles. Aiden goes with this move. I'm not sure as to what the purpose of this move was because you're taking away squares from your bishop. Maybe he was trying to lift the rook here and then something.
Yeah, I feel like you lose both your defensive, like
Mhm.
castling options, because now you have like either castle alongside onto 2 pawns, or the right
Yeah.
side with 2 pawns and 1 push pawn. It's not ideal.
Yeah. And afterwards, I think. Oh wait, I think no, he takes back that move actually. Wait, does he?
What?
Am I? No, I'm not. Okay, never mind.
Not allowed in chess.
Okay. he moves his horse here, immediately going for attack. Like Ethan is moving his horse here incredibly well. Like he's attacking left and right. It's moving out of danger. Like it's a move that any player can make, but it's something that Ethan can see, which is impressive.
Yeah, it's a pawn.
Aiden moves his bishop right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Ethan goes for the check. Aiden moves to the center, towards the center. Right there.
Very
And it
relentless
goes
trying to attack
right
that pawn.
here.
It's always good to challenge an opponent's rook once it has an open file.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you have to challenge it or else they have free space and you don't want that. So it's always good to have tension. And now, because of that, white actually has to move his black bishop.
Right. But
Or else
Ethan
he
does
would-
not respond. Well, he responds. Dark square bishop. D2. You said yep there, but why?
Well, because you had to move the bishop, or else if you didn't, let's say you
Oh,
did
right.
like a random move, rook takes and that's check.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you're right. Because then it's protecting here and it's protecting here.
Another good reason to put tension onto open files with the
Mhm.
rooks.
Right. Now, I think Aiden moves back Aiden moves back his bishop, and Ethan just takes a free pawn, which is free pawn. Up 2 material. First, Aiden does this, creating a diagonal here. Yeah, the engine really didn't like that.
I
Okay.
think it was very passive.
Yeah,
Could have done more that move.
right. Because I don't really know.
You're not attacking anything.
Right. But also, if I was in Aiden's position though, like, I wouldn't know where to counterattack because, first of all, I don't want to just trade any pieces, and also making any counterattack or counterplays here, it's kind of difficult with this scattered pawn structure and 2 bishops.
Yeah. I'd have to agree with you there. It's kind of hard to even understand what's kind of happening
No.
on the board, but
Ethan goes for
I feel like
exchange here.
a good start probably would have been attacking that lone white knight.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a good
Maybe just
start.
moving it down.
Yeah, you always
it'd still
gotta
be in the line of
think
sight.
about in the middle game. You always gotta look for checks,
Yeah,
threats, takes,
right.
and
I'm
Yep.
curious to see. I looked at this move, and maybe this is a good one because it's threatening that. The engine also didn't like that. Why is that? Bro, I just suck.
'cause, I don't know.
Why? It's totally fine. Again, exchange of rocks there.
Oh, why don't you take with your rook?
Oh, sorry. He took with his rook. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got me scared of you.
No. It's good. It's good. Okay, and then Ethan goes for the free pawn. My dog is going ballistic, and then goes for attack here. Right, but I feel like at this point it's too late, and Ethan just takes another free pawn. Yeah. Bishop is in trouble. He's got to move it, but he doesn't, and moves right here. Yes. Yeah, there's some counterplay here, but he just also blunders a pawn, and it's a fork.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
Aiden and goes right here and just loses his rook, and is completely losing. And yeah, it's about the end of the game. Ethan goes right here, and Aiden resigns. So that was the game. I'm just because his attacks and his aggressiveness is kind of like overwhelming. You don't really have to think about or you don't have time to think about the positions, what moves you can make that can defend and attack at the same time. It's almost just like Ethan's running the game and you're responding, which is very dangerous.
Ethan has like a very solid understanding of middle game where he just all right, he knows what he can do, where he can find the good checks, the good captures, the good takes.
Exactly.
And that's what really shines at it's his middle game.
Yeah. If any chess club members is watching this, please, you do have to use a chess clock timer. This is because we only have a limited amount of time in the chess tournament. We can't go on forever. We need a chess timer because we want to just make sure people get done on time.
Did that can't go on forever.
Can't. I think I didn't mention is that I think Ethan should have created some luft right here, like with this move right here, because it's not doing anything, and some luft would have just created some pressure if.
Wait, you pause it?
Yeah. Like Ethan should have created maybe just a bit of luft, just maybe lifted this up, or I don't know, one of the other pawns.
Listed the pawn, or
Yeah.
what do you mean?
It's just bring it up one square so that there's
why?
no threat of being checkmated through the back rank. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's always like a freebie, but
Yeah.
I find that I usually use that move after I finish developing all my pieces. That's like an afterthought. What I'd usually focus on right now, honestly, is I would focus on taking the pawn on C5.
Okay.
Because
Right.
if you do that with
pretty much
the
free.
black bishop, it's a
100%.
free pawn.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't think about that. That was just my train of thought. After this move, I would have just moved up this pawn.
It's not a bad move.
Right.
It's it guarantees you not a back rank mate. Honestly, I'm kind of worried about that knight move. It's a good attack, but I'm just worried because you're not supposed to have knights usually on the rim of the board.
No. Right. It kind of prevents it more movement.
Yeah. There's a saying in chess.
There's no saying.
Knights on the rim are grim.
Okay.
It's a good way to remember that knights are not ideal.
Right.
On the rim. Of the
Right.
chessboard.
Waves to the camera. I think maybe Aiden was worried about his time here, and then he moved this here, and maybe he was thinking about an attack here.
Yeah, what people don't realize usually when they're new to the game is how much time they actually have.
Yeah.
They either take too much time or take very little time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just resigns. And here's an example of good sportsmanship. You should begin and end the game with a handshake. Wonderful game by these two.
People
Respect to
not
both.
doing
I don't know actually. I forgot to do that. I'm sorry.